Let's make some herbs. Finally, the herbs come around. All right, so we're gonna make bitters today. If you are in my 90-day community and ordered herbs from me, your herbs look like this, just a bunch of sticks, and it looked like I just went outside and picked out something random. It's not random, and you can tell by the smell. So bitters include Guaco, Palo De Hombre, Contribo, dandelion, and what we're working with today are the first three of those. There are more. What we're working with today is the first three, Guaco, Palo De Hombre, and Contribo, and that's the ones that I put in your bag if you ordered it through me. But even if you didn't order it through me, herbs are herbs. What we're working with are root herbs, bitters. You can smell, the bitter, the better. But today we're gonna talk about portion size. So if your herbs look like this, never fear. Here is here. So here's my spring water. I use Crystal Geyser. Just make sure it's spring water. Going to the well, like doing a quick Google search to see if there are any natural springs near you and getting it from there, ideal, okay? But if not, you a basic one like me, you just use Crystal Geyser. Yeah, okay. So I never cook my herbs. I always turn off my water so my water is boiled. This is 1 gallon of water, and I'm going to put it in 1 gallon jug, glass jug when I'm done. Turn off your water is step 1, okay? And then what you're gonna do is take, if it looks like this, so here's where we use our intuition. Here's where we use our spidey senses, our medicine worker, whatever you got, use that. And it's gonna be approximately 2 of these per herb per gallon. So if I have something like this, it's probably gonna be a little bit more because these are not equal, right? So this is Contribo. So I'm probably gonna use a handful of Contribo. Wash your hands before you do this. So a handful of Contribo. Combination is really good for removing a lot of things out of the body. It's cleaning the blood. It's detoxifying your organs. It's just a really good leaven, okay? So about a handful, about my handful. If you 5'1", a little more than a handful. And if you 7'1", a little less than a handful. So about a handful of these into your 1 gallon of water. And sometimes what happens is you put your gallon on and you forget about it, then it ends up being less than a gallon. You just add more water to your jug at the end to make it 1 gallon. So about a handful, you see, I'm not talking about like this much in a handful, just like, you know, it doesn't have to be exact, okay? Choatin, they come from the islands. No, these come from Central America, never mind. Contribo, Guaco. This is Guaco. Put 2 in, 2 of them. I have in here Palo De Hombre, and I'm also putting in here my cucumeca. Cucumeca is not a bitter, but I like these together. They're root herbs. So I'm gonna put a bit of Contribo, a bit of cucumeca. Cucumeca is amazing for the blood, cleaning the blood. These are great for if you have things like prostate issues, viral issues like HSV, HIV, cancers. This is amazing. So I'm just accumulating about a handful in my hand. The goal is to have 3 handfuls of something per 1 gallon. So if you are only using 1 herb per gallon, then it's 3 handfuls of whatever herb you got. Again, this is about like half a handful. If I split this in half my hand, you know what I mean? 4 of these would probably fill up my hand to that same capacity. So using that ratio. You let her steam, smell up the house. Listen, bitter on the tongue is sweet on the liver. We trying to cleanse, okay? You let this cool down completely. My stove is not on. You let her cool down completely. And then you fill her up in your glass jar, which I'll show you mine once this cools down. I hope I remember to show y'all that process. But in case I don't, I'm telling you what to do. Let her cool down. When she's cool, then you're going to refrigerate her. Some people say don't refrigerate, some people say refrigerate, but this is sustainability, because I know y'all don't feel like doing this every day or chopping up that wood for a daily portion of it, right? Sustainability. So what I do, what I tell my clients, and what has worked for people who've had cancer and all different types of ailments, prostate issues, put your gallon in the fridge, right? Each morning, afternoon, evening, whatever I prescribe to you, however often I told you to take the bitters, in general, if you got nothing going on, preventative measures, in the mornings. I like to say take it after your meal because it upsets some people's stomachs. Like mine. So you take a cup like this, which is like a measuring cup. What I like to do is pour half of my herbs in this cup, and then the other half is gonna be hot water. And that's it. You just drink it. It's not gonna taste great. You just drink it. If you are noticing something like cramping afterwards, if you're noticing anything else besides going to the bathroom more, you probably did not add enough water to your pot. Okay, so that can happen if you don't have enough water. So it's gonna look like this. Maybe a few colors going on there, you see? And that's it. If you have other herbs, like loose herbs, like the ones that are like softer or something, I would say 1 handful per half a gallon. So 2 handfuls per gallon. Don't make it a big handful, like this, okay? So remember TRSI, or if you wanna go back to our measuring cup, 2 of these, cause 2, like you get it like 1, 2, okay? That's what I got. Listen, I learned my medicine in the jungle, not in a textbook. So we went off intuition and what we had there. That's it. That's all there is to it. I don't think I need to show you all the end result. Maybe, because I'm probably not gonna remember. And I'm just being very honest with myself. You know what I mean? But I think you get the point. Let this cool off. If you want to take your first cup after this is cooled off before you throw it in the fridge, do that. Just don't forget to add some water to it, especially in the beginning. Like I can take a shot of this as is, but some people's stomachs can't handle it yet. Ease your way into it. Don't forget to take your herbs every single morning. I'll show, actually, hold on. Because we did a 2-liter bad boy. And here she is. We're actually almost done. I'm so proud of my parents. Listen, this was earlier this week. That means they have been remembering to take their herbs. This is pure cucumeca. We're cleaning all our bloods in the house. So this is, I'll do 2 of these for that. All right, and it's done.